Judge Juan Merchan telling that witness, former federal prosecutor Robert Costello, not to give him side eye if he doesn't like the judge's ruling. There's a lot to unpack tonight. Fox 5's Teresa Perillo live in studio to break down the latest today. Teresa.
It is rare, Steve and Natasha, that you hear of a judge admonishing witnesses from the bench. But today, in the most high-profile case happening in this country, Judge Juan Merchan asked a witness if he was staring him down. All that after Michael Cohen shocked the court. Yet again, the hush money case of former President Donald Trump delivers all of the intrigue and drama you'd expect from a case of this historic magnitude. And it began with Michael Cohen captivating the courtroom with this exchange. Todd Blanche says, quote, "You were shorted on $100,000 on your bonus that year." Cohen replied, "That's correct." Former Trump fixer Michael Cohen told the jury he stole $30,000 from the Trump organization to supplement his bonus, payment that was wrapped in the same reimbursement agreement as Stormy Daniels. Quote, "So you stole from the Trump organization?" Cohen says, "Yes, sir." An admission on cross-examination that further undermines Cohen's credibility.
I think the defense really pounced on that, right? Like, who's going to trust someone who stole from their clients? And I think that they will be hearing that again in summations about his conduct and his behavior and his credibility.
Once the state rested, Trump's team called an attorney named Robert Costello, a man who says Cohen told him Trump didn't know about the payments to Stormy. But his testimony went sideways when Judge Juan Merchan admonished him in open court, clearing the courtroom and accusing Costello of staring him down.
This is unusual. And it's something that we might have expected, I think, for Michael Cohen, but I think a number of folks were really surprised that it was Costello who proved to be the witness who came across a little bit unhinged, in the sense that you would have expected him to be more objective, calmer, less personally invested in this case. But he didn't come across that at all. And I think that may have hurt the defense's case, actually.
The day ended with Trump's team once again pushing for a mistrial.
It's not marked down as construction. It's not marked down as sheetrock and cinder block. It's marked down as legal expense. You have a lawyer. You pay him a legal expense.
So when the defense wraps, the prosecution may re-interview Cohen. It's unclear if the jury will hear from former President Donald Trump. So at this rate and the rate that things are going, the jury will get the case early next week after the Memorial Day holiday. Natasha.
Yeah, what a day. All right, Teresa, thank you.